The Galactic Council's emergency broadcast rippled across thousands of light-years, reaching every corner of known space. For the first time in recorded history, Earth, the notorious cradle of humanity, had gone completely silent. No transmissions, no quantum signatures, no subspace chatter. Nothing. High Chancellor Zixtal of the Arcturus Coalition nervously adjusted his ceremonial robes as he addressed the gathered representatives. Our long-range sensors confirm it. The Sol system appears abandoned. No human vessels detected within a 50-light-year radius of their homeworld. A murmur of disbelief swept through the chamber. The humans, those persistent, resourceful, terrifyingly adaptable beings, had vanished without a trace. The same species that had survived first contact wars, cosmic disasters, and even the Great Plague that had wiped out a third of all spacefaring civilizations. Perhaps, ventured Ambassador K. Lara of the Silicon Consciousness, her holographic form flickering with uncertainty, they have finally destroyed themselves? As many predicted they would. The chamber fell silent. If only it were that simple. Negative, responded Admiral Thorne of the Centaurian fleet, his crystalline body structure dimming with concern. Our probes detect no radiation signatures consistent with planetary warfare. No debris fields. No destruction. They simply left. Another wave of unease swept through the chamber. In the 3 centuries since humanity had burst onto the galactic stage, they had never retreated, never surrendered, never abandoned their beloved Earth. They had faced extinction-level threats, with a smile and a quip about impossible odds, making victory sweeter. The humans have a saying. General Miras of the Pleiades Defense Force spoke up, her tentacles coiling anxiously. Silence before the storm. When predators prepare to strike, they grow still. The implications hung heavy in the recycled air of the council chamber. Humanity had not fallen. They had not perished. They were preparing. But for what? The answer came 3 standard cycles later. The Harbinger Swarm, a silicon-based consciousness that had devoured 12 galaxies in the known universe, breached the outer rim of the Milky Way. Their biomechanical ships, numerous as stars themselves, darkened space itself as they approached. The Galactic Council's finest fleets assembled for what they knew would be their last stand. Weapons that could shatter planets seemed insignificant against the endless tide of the swarm. That's when they appeared. Thousands of human vessels materialized simultaneously across the galaxy, emerging from what appeared to be artificial quantum singularities. But these were not the ships the Council knew. These vessels were different, darker, more angular, bristling with technology that defied known physics. Admiral Chen's voice, calm and almost amused, echoed across all frequencies. "Sorry for ghosting you all. We needed some time to prepare. Had to upgrade our entire civilization. You know how it is." The human fleet moved as one, their ships dancing between the swarm's formations with impossible precision. New weapons flared not energy beams or plasma, but controlled tears in space-time itself. Entire sections of the swarm simply ceased to exist, their matter converted into exotic particles that the human ships somehow harvested and redirected. "You see," Chen continued as the battle raged, "we discovered what was coming, and we knew our current level of technology wouldn't be enough. So we took our entire civilization offline, compressed 3,000 years of technological development into 3 years. Had to move Earth into a temporal bubble to buy us time. Bit dramatic, we know, but we've always had a flair for theatrics." The swarm, for the first time in its ancient history, began to retreat. But the humans weren't finished. Their ships merged into larger configurations, forming vast geometric patterns that seemed to bend the very fabric of reality. "We couldn't warn you," Chen added, almost apologetically. "The swarm monitors all known forms of communication. But we couldn't just leave the galaxy to face them alone. Humanity's got your back. The final battle lasted less than an hour. When it was over, the Harbinger swarmed. The terror of 12 galaxies had been reduced to scattered atoms and useful data. In the stunned silence that followed, High Chancellor Zixtal found himself laughing. Of course, the humans would disappear only to return as saviors. Of course, they would casually rewrite the laws of physics to protect not just themselves, but the entire galaxy. As Earth reappeared in its familiar orbit, its cities now gleaming with impossible geometries, and its oceans swirling with artificial constellations, the galaxy learned once again why humanity had earned its reputation. When humans fall silent, the galaxy shouldn't fear for them. It should fear for whatever made them quiet.